So, this is the crypt, supposedly, where the witch is buried inside with and it says her daughter is buried in with her. So there's two of them in there. That is really cool. It says something up here on the top, but I do know that if you do look it up on Google, there is a completely different story written about it. It says, I don't know if you can read that. Something Hiram E. Swain, born January 22nd, 23rd, 1830, 36 maybe, and died in November of, I can't read that, it's kind of smeared, grudgy looking. Yeah, I'm not picking up anything on the spirit box here though, but it is pretty an interesting looking place. So let me try a different spirit box and see if I get anything else. Hold on. So I did the work for you and pulled up the information on Google about this crypt. You can kind of see Dawn down there checking it out too. Let's see. It says the cemetery is home to seven historical markers. We'll have to go look for them. And there's a lot of beautiful gravestones and monuments. One of the monuments is actually a mausoleum, which is known as the witch's tomb, which is right here, what they were looking at. Supposedly, as the story goes, the witch tomb of Greenwood Cemetery, it says a witch cast a spell to make a man fall in love with her, and she is supposedly buried in the tomb. Upon her death, the man had the mausoleum built with a glass door so that he could see inside. And eventually, becoming distraught over her death, he removed the glass door and bricked himself up inside the mausoleum so that they could be together forever. It says strange lights can appear around the tomb at night. Obviously, we're not here at night. And along with the sound of strange voices that you supposedly can hear at night. Also, odd shadows appear and disappear. But it's just a tale. It's just a little hocus pocus, so to speak. The real story that it says talks about a Mr. Hiram Swain, who his name is on the marker at the top of the crypt here. He was a ship's captain out of Belfast, Maine. Anyway, he had enough of the high seas, moved to Parker County, which is where Weatherford is located in, Parker County. And let me see, let me go, hold on just a sec. Okay, anyway, the rest of the story goes that Mr. Swain moved here, and in 1878 he and his second wife, Margaret Swain, settled in Weatherford. They adopted a daughter, Katie, who was I think 6 years old at the time when they adopted her. Anyway, he's supposedly buried there. No, I'm sorry. Well, just look it up on Google. Read the story. It's actually about, like I said, this Mr. Hiram Swain. And the witch's tale is supposedly just a tale. So we're going to explore around the rest of the cemetery and turn on the spirit box here. see what we pick up. Alright, well, let's go wander around a little bit. God, I gotta watch where I'm stepping because I see a lot of ants on the ground here. This is a really cool place, though. If you can see off in the distance, there's another cemetery just right across the street. I think that one's called East Greenwood Cemetery, something like that. This guy, Lawrence Waldron, he's got the Masonic symbol here, so he must have been a Mason. 1874 to 1951. Anybody out here listening? Anybody want to talk? Are there anybody here have any questions? It's pretty quiet. Oh, this one. Look at this one. This one. Barthol, that's fallen over. That's sad. Broke off or something. Huh. 1867. 1931. Well, shit, I'm not picking up a single thing here. Let's try a different one. The Lord is my shepherd, Ezra McCall. 1847 to 1899. There's some really neat monuments and markers here. Yeah. Oh, we gotta check this out. This one's fenced in. David something. Switzer, 1880, 1844, 1929. I'm just pointing. I'm not picking up a single thing here.
No one.
Oh, that was nothing.
And he's got that.
Sounds like a radio station to me. Yeah, this is the one I'm picking up here. Certainly is not spirits.
Here's Jack in his natural work habitat before Nord Pass. He goes to great lengths to create strong passwords.
We're out of this
it's
one.
just so
I don't know what's
hard to
going
remember
on.
them afterwards. Is this really a wise strategy? After all, there are many lurking dangers in the vast land of the internet. As we observe this incredible species, we are reminded that storing and autofilling passwords and passkeys.
I only picked up something. Further, it says. Further where? Further this direction?
Can you hear her?
No, I can't hear her. Who am I listening to? Who's out there? Is anybody out there? just heard something, and y'all go quiet and you don't want to talk. Look at this infant son. Is that 1883 or 1880? 1883, I believe. July to August. Only lived, dang, just a little over a month. Yeah. This is the Smith plot. Annie Alfote, 1839 to 1882. And Robert lived from 1841 to 1913.
Stupid.
Who's stupid? Are you calling me stupid? Or are you being stupid? Talk to me a little more. Well, I've gone further. You haven't said anything else. Look at this. Who is that? Colin, maybe? And Don? Olin, maybe? Olin, born in 1878, died in 1882. 4 years old. And this one, Don, born 1873, died in 1882. They both died in 1882, the same day. That's interesting. I wonder what happened. One died on October 29th, and one died on October 30th. So,
Nobody knows.
So what? Nobody knows what happened. That's really weird. Did y'all hear that? Nobody knows. Are we talking about these two people? Looks like Olin and Don. Ollie, maybe Ollie N and Don E. They were born, looks like 5 years apart, but they died within a day of each other. So what's the story? What's the story behind them? Should figure out a way to look that up and see. That would be interesting. I wonder what happened. And then I get a response, nobody knows. Alright, well, come on, let's move on. Let's see what else is here. See if we get anything else. This is a really crazy place. Look at this fenced in one. What's over here? Anybody talking over here? This guy was a Mason, has the Masonic symbol on his marker. Yeah. Alright, we're going to move on a little further. Not picking up anything else. Spirits are pretty quiet.